Hey friend, welcome back to The Gentle Reset, your no judgment zone for creating a home that actually works for you. I'm Allison, ADHD home and systems coach, former occupational therapist, and mom of two, and I'm so glad you're here. If you're starting the new year craving a reset, but feeling unsure where to begin, then this episode is for you. Let's take one simple step together today. Here's your weekly 3, a mind hack, a home hack, and a personal highlight to help your home feel lighter, more functional, and easier to maintain. If you're new here, this podcast is all about real homes, real life, and what it actually looks like to reset when you have ADHD without chasing perfection or burning yourself out. And if you've been here a while, welcome to Season 3. Before we jump in, make sure you're following the podcast so you don't miss next week's episode. I'll be sharing what I'm keeping this year, the rhythms and systems that are actually working, and how that's shaping this next season. So I want to start this season with something a little more personal. I just finished my end of year reflection, the same process I've been using for 14 years, and it gave me a lot of clarity about how I want to enter this year. So today we're talking about what I'm intentionally letting go of this year, how my one word is guiding my reset, and what that's changing in my home, my rhythms, and the way I'm showing up. I'll share why a reset doesn't always mean doing more. Sometimes it's simplifying, sometimes it's being honest, and sometimes it's realizing you don't have to do it alone. So let's jump in. Every year, I take time to look back before I move forward. I walk through what worked, what didn't, and what I want to stop, start, continue across 6 areas of my life: mental, emotional health, physical health, career, relationships, fun, and spirituality or purpose. I flip through my camera roll, old journal entries, notes I forgot I even wrote, and almost every year a common theme rises to the surface. And that's how I choose my one word. Last year my word was calm. And want to know the truth? I didn't magically become calm overnight, but I did move my body more. I journaled more. I got my thoughts out by brain dumping before my day started. I paid closer attention to my stress and anxiety levels. I slowed my reactions, especially with my kids and my spouse. I still had hard days. I still yelled sometimes, but overall, I showed up calmer than I had before. And that's progress, because I'm not aiming for perfection. I'm focused on growth, on becoming the best, most grounded version of myself. And this year, my word for 2026 is open. Open to curiosity instead of control, open to more fun, open to what's next, even when I don't have it all figured out. And lately, I've been asking myself one simple question: is this opening me up or is it closing me down? And that question has made it really clear what I need to let go of. I'm releasing the need to control everything and everyone around me, spiraling thoughts that keep me stuck, staying quiet when I need to speak up, hitting the snooze button literally and figuratively in my life. Because when I start my mornings with journaling and gratitude, when I protect that time for myself, everything shifts. I'm calmer with my kids. I make clearer decisions. Ideas come easier. And I have more energy for what actually matters. That's the clarity this reflection gives me each year. Not doing more, not fixing everything at once, just letting go of what no longer supports who I'm becoming. And if you want help walking through this reflection for yourself, I created a simple end-of-year reflection workbook that guides you step by step through choosing your one word. And you can find that link in the show notes. So what does this look like in your home? Not changing everything, just small intentional shifts that make our days feel calmer and easier to manage. One of the biggest resets to start the new year was honestly taking the Christmas decorations down. Before that, the house was starting to feel overstimulating, visual clutter, toys everywhere, things piling up without a clear home. Once the Christmas stuff was gone, it felt easier to reset the space. I also did a simple pantry and fridge clean out to start the new year. Nothing too crazy, just tossing expired food and reorganizing so we could see what we actually had. And then there were the kids' rooms. We'd already gone through their toys back in October before birthdays and Christmas, but after the holidays, things shifted again. So it was time to go through and declutter and reorganize their toys again. We also ended up with more games this year, which I actually love. Instead of storing them in the hall closet, we moved the games into the living room entertainment center because that's where we actually play with them. And that one small change made cleanup easier for everyone. That's the part I really want you to hear. A reset isn't about doing it the right way. It's about noticing what's working now and adjusting your space to fit your real life. Something else that came up during my reflection was this. There were moments last year where I pulled back when I actually needed connection. In my business, I tried a lot of things. Some worked, a lot didn't. From the outside, it probably didn't look like failure, but internally it felt heavy. I created too many random offers. I overcomplicated things when I really just want to simplify my business and my life. And at one point, I put my curiosity calls on hold for about 6 months. I thought an inquiry form would be easier, less pressure, more efficient, but what I didn't realize at the time was how much I missed the personal connection. Because most of the time, a reset isn't about more effort, it's about support. And that's why I'm bringing curiosity calls back this year. Not because you need someone to fix your home, but because sometimes having another set of eyes, a calm voice, and someone who truly understands your ADHD brain makes the reset actually stick. So if you've been wanting that kind of support, you can click the Curiosity Call link in the show notes to get started now. I keep spots limited and open them just a couple weeks at a time. So here's what I want you to take away from today. Reset starts with reflection and letting go. Your home gets easier when you adjust it to how you actually live right now. And support can be the missing piece that helps things finally feel lighter. This year, I'm choosing open. More curiosity, less control, and letting that guide how I show up at home, in my business, and with my family. Before you go, I'd love to hear your one word for this year. Come find me on Instagram at Calm Cottage Coaching, the link's in the show notes, and send me a message or share it in your stories and tag me. I always love seeing what comes up for you. Well, that's it for today, friend. If this episode felt relatable or gave you permission to slow down a bit, I'd love for you to share it with someone who might need that reminder too. It always helps to know you're not alone in this journey. Remember, one small shift at a time creates momentum. You're doing better than you think, and I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much for being here and for starting season 3 with me. I'll see you next week on The Gentle Reset.